You won't believe this, but Roblox has just leaked your personal data. Not logins or passwords, no. Your photos, your addresses, your names, your documents. And this is not clickbait. This actually happened. Remember the age verification system Roblox introduced? The one everyone hated? Remember being asked to upload a photo of your passport or take a selfie to prove you're over 13? Well, all the data you submitted, those photos, those documents, has been leaked. And it's horrifying. There's no other word for it. But before we get into what exactly was leaked and how bad it really is, let me explain how this verification system works in the first place. Because a lot of people don't even know who they were actually sending their data to. Roblox doesn't verify your age itself. They outsourced it to a third-party company called Persona. Persona is an AI-based identity verification service. You upload a photo of your ID, take a selfie, and Persona's AI checks whether the face on the selfie matches the one on the document, estimates your age, and then sends the result back to Roblox. Sounds cool, modern, high-tech. But there's one catch. Persona doesn't work only with Roblox. The same service is used by Discord, ChatGPT, and many other platforms. Which means if you verified your age on Discord or went through identity verification on ChatGPT, your data was also stored by Persona. And when Persona had a data breach, it affected users of all these platforms. We're talking about a massive number of people. An enormous amount of personal data ended up in the wrong hands. So who got this information? First, hackers. People who deliberately broke into the system and extracted the data. What they'll do with it is still an open question, and we'll get to that. But there's a second point that surprised a lot of people. Information surfaced suggesting that Persona also shares user data with the US government. So besides hackers, your data may also be accessible to government agencies. We'll talk about that later too. Just like we'll talk about exactly what was leaked, because when I saw the full list, I was honestly shocked. First, let's acknowledge something important. Data breaches are nothing new for Roblox. This has been happening for years, and every time the company pretends everything is fine. In 2016, attackers gained access to a test version of the Roblox website that stored email addresses, IPs, usernames, purchase history, and Robux balances of over 52,000 users. The leak happened because the test server was simply unsecured. A server with data from 52,000 people was just sitting there. No password, no encryption, nothing. Anyone could walk in and take whatever they wanted. In 2022, there was an internal breach. Either an employee fell victim to phishing or sold the data outright. As a result, around 4 gigabytes of internal documents were leaked. These included data about teenagers working with Roblox Studio. This showed how vulnerable employees were to cyber attacks. 4 gigabytes of documents, including data about minors, not adults, children who just wanted to make games in Roblox Studio. Then in 2023, another vulnerability surfaced, this time through contractors. A database with personal data of nearly 4,000 attendees of the Roblox Developer Conference was leaked. It contained full names, ages, phone numbers, addresses, and IP addresses. Let's sum this up. 2016, leak. 2022, leak. 2023, leak. And every single time, Roblox says the same things. We'll improve security. We're working on it. User data is our top priority. And after all that, they decide it's a great idea to start collecting passport photos and selfies from users. Seriously? You failed to protect user data 3 times, and now you want us to send you scans of official documents? And not just to you, but to a third-party company that services dozens of platforms and is an even more attractive target for hackers? And now we get to what was leaked this time. I delayed this part on purpose because when you see the list, you'll understand why this isn't just another email and password breach. This is on a completely different level. So, what was leaked? User IDs, full names, home addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, photos of identity documents used for age verification, selfies taken for verification, fingerprints registered on your device, and even the backgrounds of your selfies, meaning photos of your home or wherever you were when you took them. Listen to that again. This isn't a leak of logins, this is a leak of your identity. Everything someone needs to impersonate you in almost any situation is now in someone else's hands. Now let's talk about consequences, because some people might think, so what? Not a big deal. It is a big deal. Email and phone numbers are the least dangerous part. You'll get spam calls, scam messages, phishing emails. Annoying, unpleasant, but survivable. Compared to the rest, this is nothing. The real danger comes from the documents. With a photo of your passport or ID, criminals can try to take out loans in your name, register companies under your identity, open bank accounts, create fake documents, or verify accounts on other platforms pretending to be you. This is identity theft, one of the most painful crimes to deal with because cleaning up the consequences can take years. You might only find out about a loan taken in your name months later when debt collectors show up. Selfies and fingerprints are another level entirely. Selfies can be used to bypass facial recognition systems on other services. Fingerprints are biometric data, and you can't change them. You can change a password, you can change an email, you can even change a phone number, but your face and fingerprints are with you for life. And now they're in someone else's hands. Even the selfie background matters. It may seem trivial, but it's not. From it, someone can tell where you live, what your home looks like, what kind of things you own. Combined with your address, it paints a very detailed picture of your life. Now about the government angle. I've seen people online panic about this, but let's be honest. If you think the government knew nothing about you before this, that's naive. Governments have been collecting citizen data for decades. You live in the country. Of course your data exists in state systems. So the idea that persona might share data with the US government isn't the scariest part. What should really scare you is that all this data ended up in the hands of hackers and scammers. Because governments operate within laws and procedures, however flawed they may be, hackers don't. To them, your data is just a resource, something to monetize in any way possible. And here's what makes me the angriest about this whole situation. Roblox introduced age verification supposedly to protect children, for safety. We care about our users. We want age-appropriate content, so please upload a photo of your passport or your child's ID. And in the end, this very protection system became the source of one of the largest personal data leaks. A system meant to protect children exposed them instead. Photos of children's documents, their selfies, their home addresses, all now in the hands of criminals. And the sad truth is, there's very little we can do now. The data is gone. All we can do is wave goodbye to it. But if we talk about the future, about how to protect ourselves going forward, here's the key point. When we use services like ChatGPT, Roblox, Discord, and many others, we can never fully rule out the possibility that one day, our data will simply be dumped onto the internet. That's a hard truth to accept. Hackers hold enormous power, and it's not always used for good. Any company, even the biggest one, even with billion-dollar security budgets, can be hacked, and eventually, it will be. It's only a matter of time. That doesn't mean you should delete Roblox, uninstall Discord, or quit the internet entirely. That's unrealistic and pointless. But it does mean you need to be more careful. Think twice before sending someone a photo of your passport, even if it's a large company, even if it's for verification, even if it seems mandatory. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Don't take verification selfies at home. Use a neutral background, a white wall, anything that doesn't reveal where you live. Don't use your real full name where it's not required. Don't reuse passwords across services. Enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. These are basic steps, but they're exactly what can save you when the next data breach happens. And it will happen. There's no doubt about that. Roblox showed us, in real time, what happens when a company collects data it shouldn't collect and hands it over to someone it shouldn't trust. And the ones who paid the price weren't Roblox executives, not Persona. They'll face no real consequences. The ones who paid were ordinary players, many of them children, who just wanted to verify their age so they could play their favorite game.